Today is the first day of NHL free agency, and everything is going crazy all around the league. Let's talk about the Lightning moves coming up on the Boat Parade.
You know you can look me in the eye. It's all because of Jesus. He the reason I'm alive. I live by faith, by grace. You know that I ain't gotta strive. They told me tone it down.
Yo, what up? Welcome to the Boat Parade. You guys already know we're bringing you the best primo content, Tampa Bay sports, Tampa Bay lifestyle, Tampa Bay, not the Tampa Bay Bronconeers anymore, but still Tampa Bay. We have a lot to talk about. Quickly, we're going to go through some things that have happened, most of which today. I was on, if you know, shout out Puck Empire. We follow the Puck Empire. And
they're great.
Literally today, probably 150 posts.
Every 5 minutes, something happened in the
Bing,
NHL.
bing,
They
bing,
were
bing,
going.
bing.
Let's talk about what we already know that the Lightning have done. Back a month ago, the Lightning signed Darren Radish to a 2-year contract.
Yep.
About $7.5 a year.
Not bad.
But he'll probably be playing for the crunch unless somebody gets hurt.
750,000, not 7.5 million, just in case someone says 7.5. Who is this guy?
Valid point. All right, we signed Nick Paul 7 years, $3.15 a year. Great signing. Ryan McDonough, we traded him to the Predators for defenseman Phil Myers and Grant Mismash, who's currently at developmental camp in Brandon, Florida.
That's right.
We traded McDonough for cap space, and we had to get a replacement for him. Was really what it was. Ryan McDonough was at 6.75 a year. Phil Myers 2.5, 2.55.
And
Grant
Phil's
Mismash,
not a bad guy. Myers is a good player.
I know he's good. He was a starting defenseman, right, with Yossi as his pairing.
Yeah.
Grant Mismash, $8.50 a year. So obviously painful, but saves us over 3.5 on cap space. Let's get into what happened today because it was popping off. All right, first up, Mikhail Sergachev. Sergey signed 8 years, 8.5 a year.
That's big
money.
Bucks. And the number one comment I saw on any post about Sergey was overpaid. And I just want to lay this out really quick for anybody that doesn't know. Did Sergey have the best playoffs of his life? No. But Sergey is probably, in my personal opinion, the number one future term defense prospect in that certain sense of he's good, but I think he actually will become one of the best defensemen in the entire NHL. So we're seeing him as he will be because we've gotten to work with him. We've gotten to see him. I know somebody's saying, who's we? What I'm saying is the Lightning have become really familiar with him and know what he's capable of long term, and he's going to continue to learn from Hedman, obviously one of the best defensemen in the league, Cale Makar. If not the best defenseman in the league, Hedman is absolutely incredible. So I think Sergey, that comes in pretty midline for me. I don't feel like he's extremely overpaid. Maybe
I feel like maybe now slightly high, but in 3 years it'll probably be like, oh, that's a good contract.
Exactly, because the moment a defenseman blows up now, I mean, you look at some of the things that are happening in the free agency. We're not going to talk about other teams, but some of these guys are getting 9, 10, 11 million, and some of these guys are defensemen. The league's starting to change. Cale Makar made people realize, wow, defensemen can be good on the offensive side of the puck. This is ridiculous.
If Sergachev was twice as fast, he could be Cale Makar.
Hey, he can still put in grind work.
But we love Sergey. Then we have Eric Chernak, also defenseman, signed 8 years, $5.2 million a year.
Yeah.
That's incredible as well. And then he'll be paired with somebody else that we're going to mention here in a second.
These are extensions. For those of you saying, how can the Lightning afford this in their cap space? Because we're already kind of struggling in the cap space. Most of these, what we're talking about with Sergey, with Chernak, and a couple coming up, they're extensions, which won't go into effect until next year or a couple years down the road, just in case you were wondering about cap space.
And then our boy Anthony Cirelli, signed 8 years, $6.25 million a year.
Tony Spaghetti.
That I feel like they're signing the core guys for the future.
Yeah.
And then they can plug in place and kind of build around them. And I think overall it's good. Maybe Sergey a touch high for people today. In 3 years, I think it'll be on par.
Yeah.
Now, we did 2 free agent signings today as well. First, defenseman Ian Cole from the Carolina Hurricanes for 1 year, $3 million a year. So that's obviously the replacement for McDonough. He'll run on line 2. Don't look at me like that. He'll run probably.
I'm not. No question at all that he's a good hockey player. separate completely from the massive scandal going on.
We're
with
not
him
going
right
to talk
now.
about it.
From
if
that,
you want to know, just Google, Ian Cole and read about it. It'll be funny.
But separate from that, which we'll talk about this. I guess I'll bring it up at the end. When it comes to Ruda. I'll just tie it in there because I'll just bring it up now. The point is, we signed Ian Cole for a 1 year at about $3 million for his 1 year, and we let Ruda walk out the door to go to a 3-year contract to Pittsburgh, where he's getting paid. I think it was, I don't know, $3.25 million a year or something in Pittsburgh, something like that. That's the only trade that on this whole list. I love everything that we did. But this one is a little interesting to me. Obviously, Ian Cole's a great player. He's won Stanley Cups before. He's a veteran player in the league.
He went back-to-back with Pittsburgh.
Right. So he's familiar with what it's like to be on a championship team, and I think he can bring that element to the team. Again, forget the whole scandal thing. But Ruda was a young player. He was an opportunistic player. He was a part of the family. He's familiar with how to play with these guys. And it wasn't really a financial decision. So, like you said, maybe they offered Ruda low and he went to go get more money, which
I think it's this. I think that the Lightning know Ruda better than anybody, and then they can see, obviously, Ian Cole, and they say, you know what, we can probably get these two for about the same. We'd rather have the more experienced guy that's maybe a little bit better. The next free agent signing that they did was somebody that we're familiar with in Tampa Bay.
Hey!
Vladislav Nemestikov.
Wait, say that one more time.
Vladislav Nemestikov.
What a name.
He played for the Lightning.
We call him Vladdy, and I call him Vladdy. He thinks baseball, but I call him Vladdy.
He played for the Lightning from 2013 to 2018. Been a little bit all over the place since then, but he's coming back for 1 year, $2.5 million. I personally think he's the replacement for Andre Palat.
Yeah, 100%. He's the replacement for Palat. He's a former Bolts player, and he's about half the price.
We'll see
what Palat signs with.
Which leads us into who we're losing. And we're obviously losing Ruda and Palat. Palat, we obviously were hopeful that somehow we'd be able to keep him, but literally today the GM said, hey, we basically met with him and he's going to go somewhere else. We wish him best of luck. Thank you for your time here in Tampa.
Yeah.
Love you. So Palat will miss you. We're very sad about it.
Yeah.
So we're losing him. And then Ruda, like you were saying, like we just talked about, those are the two guys that we're losing.
What are you going to do, man?
That's hockey. You
That's sports.
You build a team, and then it's hardly ever that you can keep the same core guys together. Very impressive what they've been able to do.
Yeah.
And are going to be able to continue to do with signing those 8-year extensions with with the core guys.
I got to be honest with you. So between Sergei, Chernak, and Sorelli, they all got 8-year contracts. Vasilevsky, I think, has 6 left on his contract. Braden Point has like 8 or 9 left on his contract. Stammer's got 3 or 4 left on his contract. The point is, we already have a guaranteed solid decade of hockey for Tampa Bay. So I made a comment on one of the posts that you will see the Lightning strong in the playoffs and in more Stanley Cups in the 20s. So I don't know if this next year, I believe we have a really good shot this next year because
they look solid.
We're in a really good place this next year. Second year, we may have to make some moves because of cap space, but we have a solid backbone of players that have already won championships, most of them back-to-back championships, that's going to carry the Lightning for the next 8 years. And so I'm super excited to see that the Lightning are not going to go backwards. We're continuing to move forward. And I think the Lightning are a force to be reckoned with for this entire decade. So I know most of you, if you're not Bolts fans, you hate the Lightning. You can suck it because the Lightning are going to be around. We're going to be buzzing all around everywhere. You're going to have to deal with us in more Stanley Cups to come. We're not like Colorado. We're not breaking up superstars. We're keeping these guys at home.
Which, not to get off topic, but a lot of their guys are going other places.
Yeah, well, Kadri's going to want like $35 million a year just because he
that guy stinks.
Played through a thumb injury. I mean, whatever. But anyway, so we're super excited to see what the Bolts do. Hockey season is like 90-something days away. So we're already
as of today. When this goes live, it'll be 89.
89 days from when you watch this video, you loyal subscribers, we're going to see some more hockey, which we're very excited about. And we'll have some fun videos over the summer, some hockey stuff you guys are going to see. Anyway, we love you guys. Please subscribe.
Like, comment,
subscribe.
Let us know what you want to see.
Let us know what you want to see over the summer. We can talk a lot of different things. You've seen videos we've done. We're doing our Cuban reviews, and we've been around Tampa, and we have a lot planned. So please be involved, like, comment, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and we're going to continue to set the tone for more boat parades. We'll see you guys next time.
You know you can look me in the eye. It's all because of Jesus. He the reason I'm alive. I live by faith, by grace. You know that I ain't gotta strive. They told me tone it down.